you are a slave. So what you're saying is that, what can I do? I don't have a choice. But you do have a choice. And the choice is how you perceive that. Yeah, you have to work. You have to earn your money. You've got to pay your bills. Okay? How do you perceive that? You cannot control that. That's why I said you cannot control the weather. You cannot control the external environment. You cannot control whether there's an earthquake or a flood or all of that stuff. The events outside are outside of your control. I don't know if any of you have read Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People or whatever. He says this. This is so powerful. Simple, but again powerful. All of these concepts are very simple. And I get where you're coming from, Vimal. And I get what you're coming from. Perfectly. You're going, yeah, all this is good. It all sounds good in theory. How do I put it into practice? Practically in my own life, how do I do it? Okay? The only way I can suggest is reflect on it and start practicing one thing at a time and see if it makes a change. I can promise it will make a change. Okay? He says this. He says you've got 2 circles in your life. Okay? This is called the circle of concern. And this is called the circle of control. There are some things you have control over, and there are some things that you don't have control over. The things that you don't have control over, what do you got? There's nothing you can do. You've got a choice. You can be influenced by it, feel upset, feel down, all of that stuff. You're becoming a slave. You're making yourself a slave to something over which you have no control. If your mood, if your sense of happiness is dependent on whether it is sunny or rainy outside, guess what? If it's a sunny day, you'll feel happy. If it's a rainy day, you'll feel sad. Okay? But if your sense of happiness is not dependent on that, it's independent of that, you can feel happy no matter if it's raining or sunny. It's a choice that you can make. Nobody else can make that for you. So our goal, that's what we are trying to do here, is to increase this circle of control as much as possible. But there will still be areas that are outside your control. You can make this bigger circle if you want. You can make this even bigger circle if you want, which is you taking control of your life, making sure that you're going and doing things that you love doing, which is what, changing your job. That's how you increase the circle of control. But you might go, I can't change my job. There are not enough jobs. I have to work here. All right. In this case, you don't worry about it. Why? Because worrying does not going to make anything different. You're only making it worse for yourself. Does it make sense? It's a choice that you make. I have a choice. I've got to work here. I hate the boss. I hate the workers. I just hate this job. I've got to do it. I'm just caught in this. We all are like that. We all have situations like this. How do I see it? How do I allow that to impact my sense of happiness? Or do I try and get out of that? Because the smart thing to do is to try and get out of it and go, I'm not going to allow that to let my peace of mind go away or impact my relationships or impact my sense of happiness. That's really the key. So it's a matter of putting it together and trying to implement it in your life.